If you're a South African business or entrepreneur and you're at the point in your business where you're stressed about your finances and you feel like you have no control over what money is coming in and what is going out, then this video is for you. Your business's financial health is your responsibility. This video isn't going to promise you'll make R1 million from nothing, but what I can promise is this: when you have clear insight into your numbers, when you actually understand where your business stands financially, you can make smarter decisions about growth, pricing, hiring, and your business's future. At any point in your business cycle, whether you're starting out or you're scaling up, you need to be clear on your finances in order to manage your stress. Financial worries are extremely stressful, and it's also important to consider that you want your business to be profitable so that you can actually reap the reward relative to the amount of risks that you undertake. Now, I know what some of you are thinking: I'm not a numbers person, or I was never good at math. The good news is you don't need to be mathematically minded in order to have a good grasp of your numbers. This is because the accounting systems we now have access to, with a bit of time and effort, can help you to learn the basics without having to have a finance degree before you start. And this is foundational, and this is how you set up a business that actually succeeds long term. I'm Victoria. I have my master's in finance. I've worked in corporate as an equity analyst, so I understand why it's important for successful businesses to have solid financials. However, I'm not an accountant. The views I share in this video are simply my own as a website designer who has started a business and needs a proper accounting system that helps me to stay on top of client payments, deliver work on time, manage my own budget, and really to understand how my business is doing financially. In this video, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to know about taking control of your business finances. We'll cover why financial control matters, specifically for South African businesses, and what modern accounting platforms you can utilize to assist you with this. And then I'll do a detailed comparison of the 3 most popular platforms in South Africa. So I've taken a look at Xero, Sage, and Quickbooks. Before we dive into the details, I'd really appreciate if you can subscribe to my channel. If you enjoy this type of content, it helps me to grow my community and to also keep creating videos like this. I've also created a comprehensive guide that covers everything in this video. The link is in the description below. So let's dive into it. Here's why financial control matters. Accounting can seem like a daunting topic if you're not excited by numbers, but here's why it's important for your business. You can make informed growth decisions related to pricing, hiring, and expansion. You can then forecast cash shortages before they become emergencies. You get to build credibility with larger clients who may request proof of financial stability. Potential investors will require a consistent financial history before considering your business. Banks also require solid financials in order to grant your business loans. But beyond the practical requirements, I believe every business owner needs a clear understanding of their business health. That understanding comes from having control over your finances. So here's why this matters on a deeper level. Cash flow problems are the #1 reason small businesses fail. Knowing your numbers helps you to understand how much debt you can realistically take on if you need. You can avoid panic borrowing in emergencies. Financial uncertainty keeps business owners up at night. Knowing what you're managing gives you confidence and frees you up to focus on your business growth. You can also hold yourself accountable to financial goals with a proper system. You can identify unnecessary business costs early on. You can also set realistic revenue and profit targets. You can prepare properly for retirement or an exit strategy. You can identify your best performing clients, products, or services depending on your industry. Your financial knowledge can give you the independence to not have to rely on your accountant to tell you how your business is doing. If you're in the spreadsheet phase of your business, you're tracking everything manually and you're spending hours on manual updates, here are some signs it's time to move on to a more streamlined system. You're struggling to keep track of who has paid and who hasn't. You're chasing late payments manually. You're getting lost in what's coming in and going out, like we mentioned. You've recently registered for VAT, and this can be a major trigger for needing proper systems. You're mixing personal and business finances. Your accountant isn't happy with your messy records. You're spending hours on spreadsheets each month, or you've missed a SARS deadline. Don't wait for a knight in shining armor to help you run your business. Take control today, and you'll be grateful you did. It will serve you in the long run. I'm here to show you that anyone, numbers-minded or not, can reconcile their own accounts and understand their business through easy-to-use accounting platforms. These tools have unlocked financial independence for countless business owners. You're no longer in the dark about what's happening with your cash flow, profit, or expenses. When you take the reins of your finances, you start making better business decisions. That can reduce your financial stress and accelerate your growth. So here's a look at what accounting platforms offer. Back in the day, you would create a manual journal entry, specify debit or credit, transfer it to the ledger, and make sure everything was balanced. In the digital age, we have much quicker ways to capture and reconcile our data. This has also made it easier for non-accounting people to understand what's going on in their business. Here's what modern accounting platforms offer in terms of automation. Automatic bank fees, which link your South African bank account for daily syncing. Smart matching of bank transactions to invoices and expenses. You can create and send professional, customized invoices, set up recurring invoices, and also automate payment reminders for your clients. You can snap images of your receipts with your phone and upload them directly to the platform. You get access to automatic VAT calculations on invoices and expenses. You can also connect payroll to the software if you have employees. Visual dashboards also help you to give an insight into your business health at a glance. You can search and retrieve your documents super quickly. You can invite your accountant or your bookkeeper to collaborate, and you can also integrate with third-party platforms like Yoko, Payfast, Shopify, and WooCommerce. So here's a rundown of what good accounting habits entail. Having software is only part of the equation. Here are a few good accounting habits to develop. So ongoing habits. These are issuing invoices as soon as work is delivered, capturing receipts before they go missing, following up on overdue invoices promptly, scheduling regular time for your financial admin, communicating with your accountant throughout the year and not just when you need to submit to SARS. Some monthly habits include reviewing and categorizing all your applicable expenses, reviewing your profit and loss statements, preparing and submitting your VAT return, checking your cash flow forecasts for the coming month. On a yearly basis, you should be updating your pricing for the new year, planning for major expenses in the coming year, reviewing your asset register and your depreciation charts, reconciling all your accounts for the year, reviewing your profit and loss, and preparing annual financial statements with your accountant. So let's briefly run through key metrics to track. So if we look at profitability metrics like gross profit margin, this is gross profit as a percentage of your revenue, your net profit margin, so your net profit as a percentage of revenue, your profit per product, service, or client. Next up, let's take a look at revenue metric, total revenue on a monthly, quarterly, or annual basis, your revenue growth rate. Is your business growing from month to month or shrinking? Your revenue per client, who are your biggest revenue contributors? Looking at your cash position, analyzing your cash on hand, what's actually in your bank right now, your total debtors, how much clients owe you, total creditors, how much you owe suppliers. Looking at expenses, what are your total operating expenses? Have you properly categorized your expenses by salaries, marketing, rent? Looking at your tax obligations, analyzing VAT collected versus VAT paid, knowing what your VAT liability is and what you owe SARS, and then working through provisional tax estimates. Let's dive into the more practical aspect, looking at the different platforms you can utilize for your business finances. Let's get into the practical side. I'll be comparing 3 accounting platforms, QuickBooks, Xero, and Sage. Bear in mind that your final decision will ultimately depend on your budget, your accountant's preference, your business requirements and complexity, and your future growth needs. For each of these systems, it's quite interesting to note that Yoco offers integrations with Xero, Quickbooks, and Sage. However, it says on their website that you need to be on Yoco's Accelerate plan, which starts at about 499 Rand per month. The features of each differ for each platform, like Xero and Quickbooks only work to reconcile data via card machines, and e-commerce transactions aren't supported. Within the Sage integration, you are able to capture daily sales, do accurate daily reconciliation between fees, payouts, tips, and cash sales, and also sync historical sales. I haven't personally tested these integrations, so I'm simply highlighting what's available. So have a look, check it out, and maybe get in contact with Yoco if you'd like to explore more. The first platform I'll take a look at is Xero. Xero was founded in 2006 in New Zealand by Rod Drury and Hamish Edwards. The company challenged traditional desktop-based accounting software by building a fully cloud-based solution from the ground up. Xero offers a variety of integrations and an easy to update and use mobile app for capturing transactions on the go. Xero has 3 different pricing plans. The starter is 450 Rand per month, the standard package is 795 Rand per month, and the premium package is 1095 Rand per month. So the starter plan is quite restrictive because you're limited to sending out 20 invoices, whereas on the higher plans, this becomes unlimited. Within the premium plan, you can graph your performance for easy visualization, customize your performance dashboards, analyze ratios, and use multiple currencies if you have international clients or suppliers. For an additional 69 Rand per month, you can then take photos of your receipt and manage expenses wherever you are. So the mobile app is really powerful for this feature. You can also elect to add job and product tracking with Xero for an additional 120 Rand per month. You can then record your time on a particular project, track costs, and use reports to see what jobs are profitable versus ones that might not be. Let's quickly race through the Xero platform. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but I think it's important that you understand how each dashboard works and functions. Right, let's dive back into the Xero dashboard. On the Xero platform, I have a business overview dashboard where I can view different bank accounts. I can quickly see the progress of invoices. I can see I have a few bills to pay. If I scroll down, I can see outstanding tasks, recent invoice payments, verify cash in and out, track expenses, and have a clear idea of my net profit and loss. If I want, I can also edit how this dashboard appears by clicking Edit Dashboard and then toggling these widgets on and off. There is a plus button on the far right, which allows me to quickly add an invoice, bill, contact, quote, or purchase order. This is really handy. There is also a search icon that lets you search, contact, and transactions very easily. The question mark icon gives you access to support articles and Xero Central if you need. If you need professional assistance, you can access the advisor directory, which lists professionals in your area. Before I continue with the dashboard, this is a good point to discuss when you might need a bookkeeper or accountant. Here are some signs. You're spending hours each week on bank reconciliations. You need assistance setting up your accounting platform. You're making data entry errors, invoices aren't going out on time, you need to file an annual tax return and you're not quite sure where to start. You're not sure if you're paying the right amount of tax, you're registering a company or you're changing your business structure, you need proper financial statements for a loan or investor, you're growing and you need strategic financial advice, you're not sure if your business is actually profitable, you're planning a big decision, hiring, expansion, buying equipment. Right, let's dive back into the Xero dashboard. Starting from the far left, the sales tab gives me complete insight into invoices and quotes. I can set up products and services specifying the cost and sales price and unique code. I can also select if I want to track the inventory quantity and then also export and import products and services if I need to upload a large quantity of items or download the applicable items. Under the Customers tab, I have a full list of customers I've invoiced, added, or quoted, which I can easily search through, see what they owed. I can also segment them into groups. Back to the Sales tab, you will notice that there is an online payments option. Unfortunately, this option is managed by Stripe, and as South African businesses, we don't have access to Stripe yet. And although we have access to PayPal, PayPal doesn't accept payments in rands. There are a few options we have here through the Customs Payment tab using either Payfast or Yoco. Payfast offers direct Xero integration, however its application is quite limited. It will update Xero when a successful payment is received by Payfast only via a Xero invoice, or if a payout is initiated from Payfast. However, it will not automatically sync or update payments made from other sources like a Pay Now button, or if you're using Shopify or WooCommerce and Payfast is your payment gateway. So if I go to my Payfast dashboard, I can toggle the Xero connection on and link and log into Xero. From here, I can create an invoice, specify a payment method which allows me to select Payfast. I can then select approve and get link. I can copy this link and send via WhatsApp to the customer with a nice message. From here, the customer can then access the invoice details and pay via Payfast. This will allow them to pay via Apple Pay or Samsung Pay if they're using their phones, or credit and debit card if they're on a desktop. Once this has been paid, the invoice will automatically be marked as paid. Alternatively, if you don't have Payfast or if you don't want to sync your accounts, then you can create a custom payment URL through Yoco. If you have a Yoco account, on the Yoco dashboard, I can locate my generic URL payment page and then paste it in Xero's custom payment section. When I send an invoice to a customer, this will automatically load the link to my Yoco payment page. If I click on the payment link, I am redirected to my Yoco page, and my customer has the option to pay via credit or debit card. It's not a totally seamless solution, but it gives the customer optionality when it comes to settling their invoices. Moving on, under the Purchases tab, I can view all purchase orders, supply lists, manage bills, and make payments. Under the Bills tab, I can see what bills are awaiting approval, payment, or have been paid at quick glance. I can also sort and filter according to particular expenses I need to view. Similarly, I can view purchase order statuses and adjust the status to approved or billed. I can view expenses and approve each on a case-by-case basis, or approve all at once. Next, I can sort through and view the supply list. Under the Reporting tab, you can easily generate a variety of different reports like the income statement, business snapshot, cash summary, and a budget summary, to name a few. If you select the income report, you can alter the format to compare month on month, compare the previous year with the current year, and even customize the entire report if you need. The business snapshot report gives you insight into your profitability, looking at your profit and loss, net profit margin, and gross profit margin, understanding your overall financial position, and the average time it takes you to get paid. I really like this functionality and how easy it is to generate different reports over different periods. This is very easy to use, and this gives you powerful insights into your business when you need to make difficult decisions. Your accountant will be responsible for ensuring the accuracy of these reports and publishing them when they have been reviewed and marked as complete. The Accounting tab is where you can set up your bank account feeds for automatic reconciliation. Otherwise, you can also opt into manually updating your bank transactions. You can see that Xero offers bank integration with most SA banks like FNB, Standard Bank, Nedbank, and even some of the smaller banks like Time Bank and Bank Xero. Once you've connected the feed, you can then go and reconcile specific transactions, matching them to bills or invoices and categorizing them to the right accounts. Creating bank rules is also super easy if you have reoccurring or similar transactions each month. Xero can automatically calculate VAT on transactions, prepare VAT returns, and file them using the SARS e-filing service. What I like about Xero is that at every point, whether it's setting up an invoice, creating a purchase order, or reconciling your transactions, you can add notes that allow you to easily communicate with your accountant. Let's look at some of the integrations with Xero. Xero has one of the largest app ecosystems with over 1,000 third-party integrations and an open API so developers can build custom solutions so that as tech evolves, Xero evolves with it. If I select the dots icon, this will take me to the app market, where you can browse a variety of apps for specific functions and industries. And if you require more complex inventory tracking or payroll apps, if your team is growing, there are a lot of options here. The mobile app is where Xero really comes through, allowing you to quickly generate invoices or quotes, capture purchases on the go by adding receipts or simply loading a photo. You can easily sort through your contact list to see who needs to be paid or who owes you. Xero's strengths are it offers an intuitive interface that makes navigating financial data easy. You can access your data anywhere on any device, whether it's on your laptop or mobile. You can have unlimited users at no extra cost, which is ideal for growing businesses who need team collaboration. Customized reports is a powerful tool that allows you to view your business performance and profitability. Some things to consider is that payroll is not built in. Local payment gateways have limited or no direct integration. There's a smaller local accountant network compared to Sage. The premium features require higher tier plans. The starter plan is quite restrictive, which means it's the most expensive option relative to Sage and QuickBooks. Next up, let's move to the OG platform, Sage. Sage is one of the oldest and largest accounting software companies globally, with a particularly strong presence in South Africa. Sage Business Accounting is the cloud evolution of Pastel, a name many South African accountants will recognize. Sage pricing starts at 240 Rand per month on the start plan, which allows one user. The next tier is the standard plan, which allows up to 5 users, but increases incrementally per user. So 2 users is 435 Rand per month, and 5 users is 660 Rand per month. For an additional fee, you can add additional users, companies, advanced inventory, debtors manager, take payments with multiple currencies, and get additional storage. Let's take a look at the Sage dashboard quickly. This is the Sage dashboard, which doesn't feel as intuitive as the Xero dashboard. The interface also doesn't look as modern. Under the Home tab, there are a variety of different dashboards, as well as the My Workspace tab, where you can quickly create a quote, invoice, receipt, credit note, import bank statements, and view a variety of statements and transactions. You can also add quick actions via the star icon on the right hand side, where you can add specific functionalities you might use often and need quick access to. You can also find the information center and chatbot icon if you need assistance. There is also a large research center if you need via the icons on the top bar. The Quick View tab is a dynamic way to quickly search through clients, suppliers, bank accounts, and inventory. The sections at the top are segmented into customers, suppliers, items, banking, accounts, reports, company, admin, and auto entry. Invoicing is also pretty easy and effective, and you can also add attachments, notes, create a recurring invoice, or copy an invoice. In terms of online payments, the only payment gateway options are Netcash and Payment Payable. If you have an account with either of these, you can link these under company settings. Otherwise, you can simply add the payment page link via Yoko to your invoice message. Under the banking tab, you can also reconcile bank transactions, manage bank fees, and also create quick entry rules and add bank statement mapping rules. You can connect your bank feed via most major banks in South Africa. The accounts tab gives you the flexibility to adjust opening balances and adjust the list of accounts. This will mostly be controlled by your accountant, however. Within the accounts area, you can invite your accountant to collaborate. They can also process journal entries, run reports, and manage your VAT returns. Under the Reports tab, there are a number of comprehensive reports you can generate for your business. The Accounting Intelligence Reporting area is another area where you can generate more reports. Even though this offers powerful insight into your company, I don't find it as intuitive as Xero. You have to select specific periods you require and then stipulate what details you need. If you have a look at the app, you can create an invoice, quote, add customers and suppliers, keep track of receipts, and manage items or inventory. Unlike Xero, you can't upload files or images to track expenses or bills. All in all, a comprehensive app that allows you to do quite a few things when it comes to managing your finances. Sage also has an integration marketplace, although not as big as QuickBooks and Xero. Some of the ones that stand out from a South African perspective is the Stock to Shop Shopify connector, WooCommerce connector, and Takealot connector. These allow you to sync inventory and orders across the Sage platform e-commerce store. Some of the advantages of Sage include the pastel legacy, where many South African accountants are familiar with the platform. It offers an affordable entry point for small businesses. It has the Sage payroll integration, where you have seamless connection to your local payroll solution, although this is an additional cost. Some of the considerations around Sage are that the interface isn't as intuitive as QuickBooks or Xero. There's a smaller app market compared to QuickBooks and Xero. There also have been reports of performance issues with occasional system lags. There are also limited customization options in terms of customizing business reports. Last but not least is QuickBooks. QuickBooks was developed by a company called Intuit, which is one of the largest financial software companies in the world, with a market cap of around $150 billion. Intuit is also the parent company of MailChimp, which you may recognize. It was purchased by Intuit in 2021 for $12 billion. QuickBooks has a large presence in the US and Canada and is growing within South Africa. It is positioned as the global heavyweight in accounting software. In terms of pricing, QuickBooks has 4 plans. The simple start plan is 322 Rand per month with 1 user allowed. The essentials plan is 508 Rand per month and gives you access to multi-currency options and bills management with 3 users allowed. Next up is the plus plan, which is 708 Rand per month and allows you to track inventory, create budgets, set up recurring transactions, with access for up to 5 users. Finally, the advanced plan is 1,144 Rand per month and allows you up to 25 users with unlimited classes, locations, custom reporting building options, and workflow automation. So let's have a look at the dashboard. First thing you'll notice is that it is very different to how Xero and Sage's dashboard are set up. The side panel on the left hand side give you access to quickly create an invoice, estimate, supplier, or journal entry. The home dashboard gives you a quick glance into your business where you can add widgets or customize the appearance. The business feed is unique to QuickBooks, which is driven by their Intuit AI tech that shares suggestions to help you run your business. The report tab allows you to generate different reports, and the selection is intuitive and dynamic and the most easy of the 3 dashboards to use. You can also customize your reports and save this custom format. You can also create a cash flow planner and specific budgets to measure against your actual performance. The top search navigation allows you to easily search transactions, reports, and contacts, to name a few. In order to navigate the platform, there are buttons across the dashboard including accounting, expenses, sales, customers, team, VAT, and marketing. Under the accounting tab, you can manage your bank fees, manage reconciliation, bank rules, and connect via other sales channels like Shopify, Squarespace, and WooCommerce. There is also an accountants area here. Next up is the expense section, sales section, where you can manage invoices and invoice links, a customer hub where you can view your customer list and view quotes. You can also add employees to your team and set up your tax. Creating an invoice is super simple. You can add and edit as you need, modifying the look and feel. QuickBooks doesn't offer an integration with any payment providers locally, but you can simply add the Yoko payment page to the customer payment options at the bottom of the invoice. What I like about this is that it gives you the option to save and share via WhatsApp. Another feature unique to QuickBooks is that you get access to MailChimp, which gives you a powerful customer relationship management arm to your business. Similar to Xero, QuickBooks has an extensive app market. On the right-hand side, select the multiple blocks icon, Select Browse Icons and you will see a variety of applicable apps according to functionality and industry. Lastly, the QuickBooks app is super powerful. It allows you to snap expenses, create invoices, estimates, add customers and suppliers, and even generate a profit and loss report. It also allows you to track bank transactions in real time. For me, this app interface is modern, intuitive, and easy to use, especially when it comes to creating invoices. Some of QuickBooks' strengths include that it has a modern, intuitive interface, especially for invoicing. It has the AI-powered business feature through the business feeds. The MailChimp integration is great for customer relationship management and marketing. It has an extensive app marketplace and a powerful mobile app with comprehensive features. Some things to consider is that there's no direct integration with South African payment gateways. There's a smaller local accountant network in South Africa compared to Sage. There are user limits on each plan, unlike Xero's unlimited users. It has advanced features like customer reports and workflow automations that are only available on the higher tier plan. Payroll is a separate add-on at an additional cost. And some users report that the platform can feel more US-centric, with certain features designed primarily for the American market. Here's a complete overview of each platform side by side. I've included this table in the guide, and so you can go download it in the link in the description. We've covered a lot in this video, probably more detail than needed, but I wanted you to have a comprehensive overview of each platform so you can make an informed decision. Here's my take. If you're looking for the most intuitive, modern experience with the largest ecosystem of integrations, Xero is really hard to beat, though it comes at a premium, especially if you need features beyond the starter plan. If budget is your primary concern and your accountant already knows Sage from the pastel days, Sage Business Accounting offers solid functionality at a lower price point. Just be prepared for a steeper learning curve on the interface. And if you want a balance of modern design, powerful features, AI-driven insights, and built-in marketing tools through MailChimp, QuickBooks is a compelling choice, particularly if you're planning to scale. Whatever you choose, the most important thing is that you actually start. Don't let the perfect platform decision stop you from taking control of your finances today. Any of these three platforms will be a massive upgrade from spreadsheets or guesswork. Remember to download the companion guide I've created. It includes everything we've covered in this video and more. If you found this video helpful, please remember to give it a thumbs up. It really helps other business owners find this content. And if you have any questions or want to share your experience with any of these platforms, drop a comment below. I do take the time to read and reply to every comment. Until next time, take control of your finances and your business will reap the rewards. I'm not a qualified accountant, tax professional, or financial advisor. I'm a small business owner sharing my personal experience and research to help fellow entrepreneurs understand their options. This video is for educational purposes only.